What was once considered indie music is now transcending genre, and if you really want to take it further, themes such as gender, sexuality, and race. The past couple of months have introduced me to a new wave of musicians, each as talented and unique as the next. A true diversity that has quite frankly been so welcoming with the current political climates around the world. Musical offspring of those who came before them, who I have no doubt inspire the current sound of these artists, are now trailblazing their own paths to create and inspire the future. I consider myself truly lucky that I get to experience the beginning of what I predict to be colossal discographies, from acts such as Daniel Caesar and Maggie Rogers, just to name a couple. None, however, have enthralled me as of late, quite like a 26-year-old artist who hails from California by the name Yeek. Think back to every artist I showed you in the introduction of this video. A common thread that stuck out to me, and I acknowledge the fact that this could just be blissful ignorance, was the evident lack of Asian representation in the indie music scene. Now I think this is a larger symptom to the disease that is Asian baby boomer parents' perspective on respectable careers, but that's another subject for a much, much longer video. However, this does provide a platform to bring up the importance of representation. Having artists like Yeek, Rich Brian, and Yeji shows those of similar appearance that art, if it is a passion, is something worth pursuing. Social value aside, the angsty, tumblery dreaminess of this artist still has me wondering how he's only doing mediocre streaming numbers compared to those who I consider his peers. His genre-bending mix of pop and alternative rock would be a great bridge to carry any hip-hop devout friends to worlds unexplored, that include parties where Blink or Smashing Pumpkins are played, rather than Travis Scott, for example. One Fader writer described his music as having a playful punk aesthetic, with the dramatics of emotive hardcore and the silkiness of 90s R&B. The subtle energy that listening to his music provides me is also underpinned by his music videos, such as the Super 8 style skate montage filled I'm Not Ready video. But I gotta show love to my homie Bud Light. Never seen a girl twerk to Fall Out Boy. She a lonely girl with all them toys. Or the Handycam filmed Ode to James Dean that is his Shake video.
Let's shake, let's take a ride. I'm not made out of time. Let's shake, let's take a ride.
Fun fact, the song I discovered him in was Only in the West, a song he just put out last year. What's more surprising, other than the fact that I was listening to something that isn't a Kanye West project in the past 2 months, is Yeek's evolution over such a short period of time. Going from Only in the West on his 2017 album Sebastian,
They got cars and I ride the bus, unless I'm on a board, wheels and trucks. I got the West Coast blues, I got the West Coast blues.
to Alive on his more recent 2018 EP Blackheart.
Down. That's the whole reason I kept you around. Stuck by my side even when I was down. That's the whole...
Shows Yeek's growth both stylistically and in mood. Sebastian is a vibrant and bouncy project which portrays a feeling of curiosity, his initial understanding of what love was, is, and can be. It's all of his observations on life, whether good, bad, or indifferent. Whereas Blackheart shows less indifference. It puts forward revised ideas such as skepticism about love and new questions like the burden of experience and ambition. He does this while experimenting with his voice and sound, using more solemn tones and less production elements. I suppose this is symbolic of a larger motif I keep coming back to when listening to Yeek's work, and that is the freedom in trusting that being yourself is a risk worth taking. Individuality should be cherished and celebrated. He mentioned in an interview with ID that his favourite album of 2016 was Blonde by Frank Ocean. At this point in his career, I would say he should be most proud of this. The quality of music is clearly there, and I'd like to think he's realising his vision in the videos he's putting out. But most importantly, the message he's conveying does justice to those who he took inspiration from. If this is a true shift in music as a whole to a more sincere form, then happy days. But if this is just a temporal thing that I just happen to catch a wave of at the right time, then I'm glad we're here.